So what is Matplotlib? Matplotlib is a Python 2D plotting library which produces publication quality figures in a variety of hard copy formats and interactive environments across platforms. Matplotlib can be used in Python scripts, the Python and IPython shells, the Jupyter Notebook, web application servers, and 4 graphical user interfaces. Matplotlib tries to make easy things easy and hard things possible. You can generate plots, histograms, power spectra, bar charts, error charts, scatter plots, etc. with just a few lines of code. So we'll start with the line plot. For simple plotting, the pyplot module of Matplotlib provides a MATLAB-like interface, particularly when combined with Python. For the power user, you have full control of line styles, font properties, axis properties, etc. via an object-oriented interface or via a set of functions familiar to MATLAB users. So if you are familiar with MATLAB, you must be knowing these functions of changing axis and setting font properties and line styles setting, etc. And for simple plotting, we import the pyplot module of Matplotlib and give it the name as alias plt as shown here, and it is very helpful in plotting a line. So if we plot this line 1.6 and 2.7, it will be shown like this. Next, similarly with pyplot, how we create a pie chart is shown here. So we import the pyplot module as plt. Then from matplotlib.gridspec, import gridspec that is used for making a pie chart. Then plt.figure, figure size is equal to 8 by 8. That means that is we specify the initial figure size. Next, we put the labels as frogs, hogs, dogs, and logs as shown here. Labels are simply these elements shown here that are the values of different sections of this pie chart, or in fact labels. And next, we define the fractions as 15, 30, 45, 10. So for frogs, it is 15% as shown here. Similarly for others. Next, this explode is going to burst this pie chart from the cuts, and the amount is defined by these parameters. Next, we plot this pie chart with the pie function and using all the above parameters as parameters. Next, we show this plot and the output will be shown like this. Next, we see working with text in pyplot matplotlib module. So the text command can be used to add text in arbitrary location, and the x label, y label, and title are used to add text in the indicated locations. So if you want to add text to a random position like this here, mu is equal to 100 and sigma is equal to 15. This is a random position. We'll use the text function, and the x label goes here and the y label goes in the y axis here. Similarly, the title goes here, like which is histogram of IQ. So this is shown with an example here. The full code is here. Next, we see how we work with multiple figures and axes in Matplotlib. So first, we import the NumPy module and take two NumPy arrays, and from that we take two values f and f2. So those are also array variables. Next, we plot the figure using the plt matplotlib variable, and the output will be shown in the next slide. Next, we see a brief introduction to Seaborn. Seaborn is a Python visualization library based on Matplotlib. It provides a high-level interface for drawing attractive statistical graphics. Some of the features that Seaborn offers are several built-in themes for styling Matplotlib graphics, tools for choosing color palettes to make beautiful plots that reveal patterns in your data. For example, in clustering, we can use these techniques. Functions for visualizing univariate and bivariate distributions or for comparing them between subsets of data. Tools that fit and visualize linear regression models for different kinds of independent and dependent variable. So what are the advantages of Seaborn? Seaborn aims to make visualization a central part of exploring and understanding data. The plotting functions operate on data frames and arrays containing a whole dataset and internally perform the necessary aggregation and statistical model fitting to produce informative plots. If Matplotlib tries to make easy things easy and hard things possible, Seaborn tries to make a well-defined set of hard things easy too. The plotting functions try to do something useful when called with a minimal set of arguments, and they expose a number of customizable options through additional parameters. Some of the functions plot directly into a Matplotlib axis object, while others operate on an entire figure and produce plots with several panels. In the latter case, the plot is drawn using a grid object that links the structure of the figure to the structure of the dataset.